I formatted my stuff to engineering already. Now we're gonna draw the circles. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is, let me see. Okay, so we're gonna type in circle. The center point, the diameter is 7, so the radius is gonna be 3.5. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit there. Now we have the inner circle is gonna be 5, so that's gonna be, let's bisect the circle. Yeah. Okay, so we have our center point here. Oh, you don't even have to, just find your center point, and then we go circle. It snaps here. The diameter is 5, so the radius is gonna be 2.5. Let's get rid of this guy here. Okay, so now we have the two shapes. I'm seeing the inner. Wait, I shouldn't have done that, man. Oh no, try here. The other circle, the one just before the one in the center, is gonna be, I see in the diameter there is 3.34. Let me get my calculator to get that radius down. Get that calculator to get that radius down. 3.34 divided by 2 is going to be 1.67. So we put this in the center and we put our radius as 1.67. Good. Now we have our 3 circles. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to take a line. We're going to put it in all the way through the circle to get the points on either side. Basically sectioning the circle into quarters, then just now let me see, did they give a distance from the edge of the circle to the edge of the circle, from the edge of the from the center to the points. It doesn't look like they're there, although I suppose it looks like they're running through the center of it. Let me get that distance there. Let me get that distance here to find the, okay, that one is 1. So if I offset this one 0.5 outwards, if I offset this one 0.5 outwards, okay, so that means that I'm gonna have the distance here for this one. The diameter of that one is a half inch, so the radius is gonna be 0.25. Sorry. So you go down, you go circle, click that point, and you type in radius as 0.25. Then you take this guy here, you type in copy, you select the center of the circle, you snap at each of these points here. Okay, and then you're gonna have to select these guys. I'm gonna try something. I'm not too sure if it's gonna work. Type in the rotate command. Right, you select your base point at the center, and then you rotate them 45 degrees. Oi, that's not. Rotate. Okay. That's not. I'm just trying stuff. It's been a while since I really used AutoCAD. copy. Okay, so now they're on copy. So right about now, did I not select all? Okay, let me try this. Select all, rotate, select the base point. Okay, I have all of them selected now. Copy. Good. Now type in 45 degrees as an angle, and voila. All of them are supposed to be along the same line now. So now you can basically just get rid of this center line here that you used. You can get rid of this center line here that you used, and your drawing is supposed to look something like this, I guess. Let's see. Let us see. Okay, now we're gonna have to draw the profiles, the hat, or as they call them, the hat drawings. I see they call them. Aha! That distance from the center of the circle to the center of your outer circles is supposed to be 3 units. So let us see. Voila! See, it's 3 units, just like it is in the drawing. On the first half drawing, you'll see that the distance from the center of the middle circle to the circle on the outer rim is going to be 3 units, and as you can see there on the screen, I hope it is 3 units. Good. Okay, so let's go line. I'm supposed to be able to snap to any point on the edge of the circle. I don't have my orthographic snap on, just activated it. Okay, so now let us go again. I think we can just offset this the diameter of the shape. If we offset this the diameter of the shape, it should work. So offset the diameter of the shape is 7. Voila, it falls dead here because we took that and we offset it a distance which is equal to the diameter, which is the total distance across the circle. So it is there. So now we have the dimensions that we can use for the first hat diagram. Now we're going to take our center point. We're going to send it to. This is not like the only way you can do it, but this is the way that I did it in class because it's quick, because you already have the dimensions there. So if you just send them across, then it's going to be easier. Center point of the outer circle, take it and we send it here like that. Center point of the outer circle here, we take it and we send it like that. Okay, then we want a good vertical line that we can use for the top of the hat, and then this is basically what bisects the entire thing. Okay, next we're going to, I'm going to teach you like the long ass way of doing it, because to me it didn't make sense. Okay, so we need, it looks as if to me we need these lines here. Now the reason why we need these lines is because, let me delete them to show you. If you try to get a point on this line, it's not going to show, right? Because there's no line passing through here to give like an intersection between two lines where you can get a point. However, if you connect these two lines here, you notice, if we come back to line, you notice there's crosshairs here, there's crosshairs here, because there's a line, this line here, this curved line here is intersecting with this straight line. So wherever they intersect, the software reads it as a point that we can use to project from. So you take this line here, you send it all the way through, and basically everywhere that you get like a point along that line, you just send it all the way through. So you have a point here, you send it all the way through. You have a point here, you send it all the way through. Okay, so what you have right now is a bunch of lines projected from an already drawn image. So that's why it's good to get the dimensions on that image first. Let me see. I'm not too sure the thickness of that is going to be. Oh, Okay, this is gonna be from here to here is gonna be 2.75. But did they give me? They didn't give me a. Oh, they gave me a total dimension of it. Okay, good. Okay, so as you can see at the bottom there, the 2.22 is gonna be the entire height of your image. So you take this guy here, this line, the horizontal, the vertical line that you took to cut the image. Basically, you're gonna type in offset. You're gonna offset it 2.22 units to the back. Okay, you can see now you already have an image looking like the hat diagram that you drew. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to get the thickness of the outer rim, which is 0.75. If you look at your diagram, you'll see that there are two arrows with 0.75 on them. That is going to be the thickness of your outer rim, where you have where you have the eight circles, the eight small circles, where they're sitting now on the diagram. When you watch it from the side, the thickness that you're gonna see is 0.75. So you're gonna take this guy here and you're gonna offset him 0.75 upwards. Okay, now I'm gonna show you a cool feature in AutoCAD. You're gonna select all these guys here. You're gonna type in trim command. You're gonna trim off this point here. You're gonna trim off. You only need that point there because that's the center line. You can trim off these guys here. You can trim off this one here. You can trim off all of these points here because you don't really have this for them. I think no. Okay. You need to get rid of. Okay. You need to select these again, and then basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna trim them until they reach like about here. Yeah, until you reach like about here. And then you don't need this guy. You don't need this guy. Do you need this guy? No. Do you need this guy? No, you don't need him. You don't. Do you? No, I don't think you do. Matter of fact, just forget about that. Just forget about the trimming and all of that. Press ESC, backspace. Let's stick with all lines. Okay. I know if you press undo, they're gonna cancel, but all that is part of the learning process. You just have to remember what it is that you did. Okay, 0. Offsetting this by 0.75. Good. Okay, so we basically have the shape that we're working with. Okay, now I see they have a slight thickness from the bottom of the diagram, to from the bottom of from the base of the whatever of the what is that we're drawing here, of the bearing flange mount. The bottom of the mount is gonna be 0.25 inches off the top. Okay, that's gonna be 0.25 inches off the top. That is for the sec that you got. That I get that dimension from the section AA. So what we're gonna do is we have that there. Okay, so we don't really have to draw it there because that is just a profile view. So we can just go ahead and we can start trimming, I guess. Unless, well, I'm not too sure if you got the whole center line concept. So let me help you out with that. These are your center lines here. These are your center lines. These are, I think, okay, so I'm seeing 3 center lines. 3 center lines. 3 center lines. Okay, so I'm clicking line type, manage. Let me load up my center lines. Select all. Okay. Now I have all my center lines. Let me see where I get the supposed to be center. Yeah, centers. Now my lines are changing, which is good. So I can take this guy and I can just trim off all these lines here. Okay. Basically, you can just watch the diagram and you can see where it needs to be trimmed or not. You can trim this guy here. Oh no, you don't. It looks like they still have it in the drawing cut into the diagram, so you can trim these lines around it. Basically, you can take off this guy here, you can take off this guy here, take off this guy here, you can take off this guy here, take off this guy here. Okay, and then you can take off this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy, and then you take off like, now you don't have to really trim anymore. You can just like select the lines that you want to get rid of, select them, and then when you have all of them selected, bam. So that is the profile drawing. That is the profile view drawing. That is your profile. That is the first. That is the second. That is the second one that you had to do. I'm seeing you have some hidden lines on that diagram. But I think they're more to help with the projection of the profile of the section. Okay, so what we can do again is let's send these lines here. Sorry if I make a bunch of mistakes because I didn't really practice making it before. I just making it like watching the drawing straight off. So yeah, so we're gonna take this guy, we're gonna send him across all the way here. We're gonna press ESC, we're gonna take this guy here, we're gonna send him all the way across there. Although we didn't have to do that, we could have just taken it from here. We have the section line, so we need our center points as well. Just project these guys here, project these guys here, project these guys here. Okay, so we have our center lines. Draw a vertical line at any distance that you deem necessary. The thickness that we're working with is 2.22, so you're going to offset that back 2.22 inches. Send that back 2.22 inches. Now watch the diagram properly. You are going to see that there is now a thickness that we have to include, and that thickness is going to be 0.25, which is the thickness on the base. So that thickness there is going to be 0.25. Offset that 0.25. Send that up. Good. Okay, I think we have to send back some other lines. So let's project these lines backwards as well. Project that line backwards as well. Okay. This is easy stuff, honestly. As long as you know the software, so you just have to spend some time on the software. The thickness of the caps is going to be 0.75 inches. So you take that, you send it up, you offset it, or offset in the wrong direction. Take this guy and you offset him in this direction here. Okay, that is for the top of it. It's gonna get a bit confusing, but you just have to stay with me on that. Just have to stay with me on this one. And then okay, so now what we're gonna do now is we're gonna try to kind of get the whole shape of the thing. I think for this one we're gonna need the edges of the circles as well. So go back to your circles here, and you see where the center line intersects the edges. You take that and you send it down to your section diagram. If you have object snap on, please ensure that you have passed all points before clicking select, because if not, you might end up with problems like this. Okay, so take it here and project it past your furthest point. Okay, you're gonna have a bunch of lines, but that is AutoCAD. AutoCAD is a bunch of lines and stuff. You just have to know, you just have to stay focused on what it is you're drawing, and everything will be okay. Alright, so we have a bunch of lines now that we're gonna trim out eventually. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is we're gonna take care of these guys inside here. Okay, we're gonna take care of these guys. Now you see, this is the distance, this span here, this span is the diameter of the circle. Remember, they said that the diameter on that circle there is gonna be a half. It's a ½ inch. The diameter there is gonna be the circle. So what you're gonna do is, okay, you're gonna select this. You're gonna select. So you're not really gonna trim all that now. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna select this here, and then all you're gonna do is you know this one is a center line, so you don't want to trim that guy out. So what you do is, honestly, you just, like, when you watch the diagram and see how they trimmed it again. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna trim off, no, not that one. You're gonna trim off that one. You're gonna trim off that one, and you're gonna trim off like all the other little lines. No, you're gonna trim off this one, this one, this one, this one. Well, these here, you don't really need to trim them. Okay, and then you have these guys here. Okay, so now what you see now is you have the 0.5, and you have this guy here. You're gonna change this guy to, you're gonna try to change this guy to a center line so you don't get confused, and voila, you have this here, this here. I think they don't have this drawing, they don't have this line here. Let's just trim to make the drawing look a bit more like it's supposed to. Now we're gonna take care of these guys up here. You have this one here. No, oh, I made a mistake here. I made a mistake here. Okay. Undo. Okay, good. I made a mistake here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I made a mistake here. Okay, so trim here. We are trimming off this edge here and this edge here. Okay, so that is the difference in the height that we see. They're trimming off that edge here, that edge, that edge, that edge, these edges, this edge here as well. Okay, then we're trimming off this guy here. We're taking this one, we're changing it to the center line. Okay. Wait, what? You didn't change? No. You're supposed to change to the center line. Be a thug. Go on, be a thug. You want to change to being a center line, or you're just doing it all over. vary of. Anyways, we'll come back to this guy in a bit. Okay, so now we have the thickness 0. Okay, now we're gonna need this guy here, so we're gonna send him across here. We are going to send him, is it? Yeah, it's this guy here. We're gonna get this guy here to get the space of the cavity, the whole thing of the cavity that we're gonna have to draw. Okay, so now you see the space goes all the way down to this thickness here. Space goes all the way down to the thickness here. Okay, and then we're gonna take care of this guy up here. We're gonna get rid of these points, this point, that point, that point here. We're gonna get rid of that point here. We're gonna get rid of all these. Well, not all of these are useless. This is the center points are useless. We need the center points. Okay, so that is another point that we can get rid of, I believe. It's not a center point. This is a center. This is a center line. Okay, you can get rid of all these lines. Okay, this is good. This is good. Let me try and see. Let me try the center line of this guy. Okay, but you understand, you see where I'm at, right? You see where I'm at. I'm noticing that the drawing is not falling flush with the thing itself. Drawing is not falling flush. That opening there is not falling flush with it. It is, that new distance there is 3.5427. I just noticed that there. So basically we're just gonna find the new radius and we're gonna subtract the old radius from it to find out how much we have to offset this line and this line down and up to get the new thickness. Okay, so the new radius is gonna be 3.5427 divided by 2. The original radius was, I believe, the original radius for that one, I believe, that center circle there is 3.334. 3.334. Let me get a pen. Let me get a pen. Oh, sorry. So the original radius was 3.334. Okay, so the new radius is gonna be 1.171. The old radius was 3.34 divided by 2. The old radius was 1.67. So let's go 1.771 minus 1.671 is gonna give us 0.1. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, Jordan, is we're gonna take this and we're gonna offset it 0.1 on from both sides. Well, not from both sides of that line. We're gonna offset this line to the bottom and we're gonna offset this line to the top. Okay, I think that's how it's gonna work out. Yeah, let me just watch the diagram again to make sure that I'm correct. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. Okay, so what we want to do now is we're gonna take this guy, we're gonna offset him 0.1 upwards, and we're gonna take this guy and we're gonna offset her 0.1 downwards. Okay, so now what we're gonna do now is we're gonna trim it. Okay, we're gonna take off this guy here, we're gonna take off that guy here, we're gonna take off that guy here, and we're gonna do the same thing on this side, this side, this side, this side, and we're gonna take off this guy here. Okay, so now the drawing on your screen should start to look like the drawing on your diagram. Okay, so let's see if this guy is gonna be a sweetheart, and he's gonna, so why is it, oh, I think I understand why they're not changing to center lines. Let's try this here. Select them, type in join. Good. Now we're gonna select, what the hell, these guys are not joining. You wish to defy me? Good. Select, join. Good. Select them and change them to the good. Okay, so what I just realized is that for the center line to change, it needs to be splitting, it needs to be protruding on both ends of the object that you're drawing. Okay, so let's fix this up on this side here. Just draw like 3 lines, and then select them, join them, and then change them to center line. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Jordan, what we have right now is the section drawing. Okay, what we have right now is the section drawing. What we have right now is the section. Yeah, we have the section drawing right now. Okay, so if you zoom out of your screen, you're going to see profile drawing. Let me stretch this guy a little bit more. You're gonna see you have just now, let me turn off my object snap here. Good. You're gonna see we have here a profile. We're gonna have the first, that is the top view. We're gonna have a profile drawing, and we're gonna have a section drawing. Okay, that is not where it stops. I think we have to put in the, that's not, I think we have to put in the we have to put in dimensions and the title block and all that other jazz. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, let me just make this a center line first. Good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this guy and we're gonna make our center lines take our center lines, and then we're gonna go on just gonna take them and select them. We're gonna copy them. It's supposed to have your object snap on, the corner snap, and you're gonna send them to the centers of each of your circles right here, as it is in your diagram. Okay, so you have them here like that. So that is the start. Oh, so I think that is the new distance. I believe the new diameter for the inner circle. We can get it from here. Take line, and it's going to be 3.34. Oh, but that was the already established one. So that one is going to be 3.54, and the radius for 3.54 is going to be 3.54 divided by 2. It's going to be 1.77. So let's go to circle and find the center point here, and then your diameter is going to be 1.77. Perfect. So now we have the third circle. We have the outer circle. Vehicle thickness. Safe? So all that comes with the drawing. As you get better at it, you start to just extract stuff from the drawing right away. Okay? So now we have this drawing here, we have this drawing here, and we have that drawing here. Okay? Good. Let us see what dimensions it will. Okay, well, we have to put the section line. We have to put in the section line. Supposed to be an annotative. That's not. It's supposed to be an annotated. I think it's on the deep drawing reference. Supposed to be able to put in annotations, I believe. Okay, well, that's too bad. Let's go to here. Take this point. We send it 2. Go here. We take this point. Send it 2. Let's make a triangle. Turn off my office now. Join it here. Scale it down. Rotate her about like 90 degrees about that point. Okay, rotate her 180 degrees. Okay, take her here, rotate her, and then rotate 180 degrees about that point. You take her and you copy her to this guy here and to that guy here, and then I think that's the only one you need. Like, we'll keep the arrow here, just in case, I think you might. So you just take her and you just move her out of the way. Okay, then you come to text, you come in the first corner, specify the opposite corner. Okay, and then you come in A. Copy A to the top here, so they know that A and A is the thing of your section. Okay, you follow me? Alright. Next thing, you're gonna want to take a line, any line, doesn't have to be then straight, like orthographically straight, and then you just take her here like that. You come here, you go to trim, and you trim it down so it touches the edge of that circle. Okay, and then how do you get like, okay, I think it's alt call it. No, I'm just typing in a bunch of alt codes until I get like the one I want. Okay, so fuck that. What you can do now, is just like you can do now is just like type in the radius of that one, 3.34. Okay, and then you go to circle and you just make like a tiny circle. Take a line and you just slice it through, scale it down here like that. Okay, and then you take this guy here, pressing your move command, you move him to the left a bit, to the right, I mean. Take it and you move it there, and then bam, you have a diameter symbol. What you can do, what's cool about AutoCAD is when you have like drawings you've done already, you can take elements from that drawing and put them in another drawing. So you don't have to make this again. You can just take this and you can just open another drawing, and then you copy and paste it. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna copy what we've done here. Type in your copy function, and then you're gonna bring one up here and you're gonna bring one down here. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take like a straight line and you're gonna send it down here. Okay, and then you're gonna come with another straight line and you're gonna send it down here. Now, just what you did earlier. This one is gonna stop here. This one is gonna stop here. Alright. So now the diameter for this one is gonna be 7.00. Okay. The diameter for that one is gonna be 5.00. Okay. Okay, and then you have another one down here that you need to copy again. Copy it down here again. You're gonna come down, and then you're gonna do a slicer like that. You're just gonna trim it down so it touches the edge. Okay, and then yeah, so then you just change that diameter to 1/2 inches. Just move it up a bit. Okay, so you zoom out now. You see your diagram. The first diagram you have looking just like, well, except for that, the arc notation. That's not. Let me see if I get like a. Join these guys here. You come with arc, I believe, come here like that. Okay. I'm not too. I can't really do it like that. Let's go here. But that is all I can do it now. It's not really 100% proper, but it's better than producing nothing. Okay. What you want to do now is you type in your 60. What is the degrees alt code? Let me see if 60 alt 0, and that's supposed to be it here. Now remember your little triangle you had gotten rid of earlier, or you didn't get rid of earlier. Just take her and bring her up here. Scale her down just a little bit, like here's good. And you take her and you copy her to that point there. Type in your rotate function, bring your base point, and you just rotate her as you see fit. Okay. You take it here as well. Press copy. You can remove her over there, and then you rotate her as you see fit as well. Okay. So that is the first one. I think the video might be big now, so I can't stop